Hello and welcome to the EiEi Podcast, episode 20 for the beloved and most celebrated 25th anniversary of Super Monkey Ball, where games are coming out, Sega's celebrating, people are hyped, except none of that's true. How are we doing? I'm Jeff Compass. I'm joined by a few friends.
I'm Greg Cubed. I'm dying inside at the state of Sega right now.
That's fair.
I'm William, and I'm tired.
I guess it's just us.
I haven't thought of anything yet. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. I'm Ninja Compass, and there's been this new technology that's been really overtaking the mainstream, and I love it. It's called, I don't know, joke.
Amiibo.
This is a podcast.
Okay. Well, so we are currently recording this late June. It has been kind of a rough time for Super Monkey Ball. We haven't really actually had that many podcast ideas because the Monkey Ball, if we start this podcast, we can just be honest, Monkey Ball has been kind of quiet since Rumble came out.
It was shot in the chest and killed.
So we've been a little kind of debating what we should do. We've had some good ideas, but there has technically in the past few weeks arisen by Sega officially a quote unquote new piece of Monkey Ball content.
Yes.
And does anyone want to introduce the beloved creators program?
I know someone who can.
If you're not aware, on June 3rd, 2026, Sega officially made a tweet announcing the Sega Creator Zone as a way to basically hire on Sega fans to make videos about Sega products under some sort of official Sega doctrine.
They've actually been saying in recent investor briefings their traditional strategies for promoting games have been failing, and shockingly every game they make has been not doing that well.
I wonder why.
So one thing they've said to investors is this is one of their new programs. They're going to shift to influencers, and I'm sure that'll work out great.
Greg, the problem is that there wasn't enough DLC.
Oh, right, yeah. They actually hire this man. Sega hire this man.
Mm-hmm. But anyway,
more DLC, more crossovers.
After these creators got brought on to the Sega Creator Zone, but once these Sega creators got brought on to the Sega Creator Program, they joined a Discord server, and in this Discord server, they discovered something very interesting.
That we got a new render of EiEi, everybody! Cheer in the streets!
Hello, Ninja Compass, editor for the EiEi Podcast here with a bit of a disclaimer. Although the image we're about to roast is claimed to have originated from the Sega Creator Program Discord server, and we do believe that to be the case, it should be noted that this information has only been sourced from one widely circulated tweet, and there has not been 100% definitive proof that it's real. Now, that could just be because it's a private server only meant for Sega influencers, and you're not allowed to share anything from there, but I still felt it necessary to point out and add this disclaimer. Enjoy the show!
This is actually the render for Super Monkey Ball Retro. This is actually the promotional art. Fun fact.
Yeah.
It's still coming, guys. It's still coming.
Guys, is there anything interesting about this design that might, that's a little weird, right? EiEi having nostrils?
No, he's always had nostrils. What do you mean?
He's also always had a propeller tail coming out of his ass. That's always been a key. It's always been a key part of his character.
So how else does he gain momentum in the game? So that is propeller tail. It's why they call him Tails.
My favorite feature of the EiEi character design has always been his overly pronounced kneecaps and elbows.
Wait, that's so gross. I didn't even notice that.
You.
So, Jeff, would you enlighten us about Sega's new creative direction for EiEi?
So we don't. No, look. We just want to preface this. We don't want to get sued, so we're saying this is all going to be alleged or whatever legal jargon. But if I were a betting man, I would have it under a pretty good suspicion that this render of EiEi was indeed made with AI. Making this EiEi. Please laugh, please.
I'm also not a betting man, but I'd say this is a sure thing. So.
Perhaps the biggest tell is that they're modeling him off of the GameCube era EiEi, which Sega would never touch with a 1,000-foot pole. So there's that too.
Yeah, it's not looking great. I'm not sure about the other renders. So in the same image, we have Tails, and I believe that's a Yakuza character that I'm not familiar with.
It's the one from Yakuza 7.
I pretty much guarantee Tails is also AI, though. I mean,
look at Tails' hands. He's kind of doing the Mario reaching thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
He's doing the Mr. Beast.
Oh.
It's like an opposite peace sign. Like you do a peace sign with like your two like middle fingers.
I feel like his tails are a little wonky looking too.
I don't know what's going on with EiEi's right arm.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's like he has two arms stacked on top of each other.
Does EiEi not have like a massive like infection on his arm?
Yeah, he's got like a mass growing on like his like elbow or something.
He's been working out. Okay, he's been pumping iron.
yeah, he's growing a tumor.
Yeah, or that.
Rip EiEi's hairline though. It's getting pretty bad. He's getting pretty old at this point.
Dude,
I think this whole image is kind of like
his little widow's.
It's kind of symbolic of where Monkey Ball is, to be honest with you. Like I think art, kind of makes itself, not to get all deep with it. And I think this is like kind of a good like summary for where Monkey Ball is at this point.
I think really the entire state of Sega right now can be summed up by this EiEi render.
Yeah. So I guess we could get into like the context. Now, obviously, it's no secret that in the past few years, AI has kind of taken over a lot of industries, and it's been kind of like the new quote unquote hot technology. And a lot of companies have been doing it, obviously to save a buck here or there. Now, granted, some companies in the gaming industry have steered clear of it. Because the thing about gamers and like the gaming industry is, right, like a lot of people are opposed to it still, I'd say. Same with like YouTubers, right? Like if there's ever a YouTuber who uses AI, they usually get like tons of comments about it and pushback. So a lot of companies have been very careful. Like Nintendo has not done anything AI to my knowledge yet. Sega, on the other hand, has been taking a very interesting opposite approach and just being like, screw all that. They've just basically been embracing it.
Sega loves AI. They can't get enough of it.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, I think like there was a point like a few years ago where they're just like, yeah, actually, guys, we plan to go all in on AI. Actually, isn't that awesome? And everyone was just like, no.
Yeah, so that stemmed back in 2023. They kind of a developer's briefing where they basically said they were going to start using it.
That was actually,
yeah.
I was gonna say that was actually in December of 2025. And what's interesting is that I looked into it, and they were talking about using AI like at least as far back as 2023.
Man, that would be crazy if they did something like that.
Yeah, imagine
crazy taxi.
Crazy taxi.
Yes.
So around the Xbox showcase, which was a few weeks ago, which is basically like E3 this year, like everyone was doing a presentation that week. And in Xboxes, they showed off some things, but they showed off Crazy Taxi with like an Offspring song. And at first it looked really, really good. There was like, an Offspring, I don't know about really good, but like it looked, decent.
looks solid.
Yeah, there was a decent song. People were hyped. But then on the website, I don't remember which website, there was a little blurb. Was it the Steam page? Yeah,
the Steam page.
And it says, in italics, at Sega Corporation, we utilize generative AI as a support tool for developers, aiming to provide better content to our users and enable developers to focus more on creative tasks. We have used such generative AI support tools during development of Crazy Taxi World Tour. No AI was used in reference to the performers in the game, because the Offspring were going to sue them. No, I'm just kidding. That's
probably, but yeah.
Now, naturally, the news of a big company like Sega being like, yeah, we used AI in our game, caused a little bit of conversation. Like a couple people talked about it. Now, obviously, it literally blew up immediately. Now, we should probably make it clear at some point that we do not like AI at all here. Just so that's known.
Yeah, no. We're about as anti-AI as you can really get.
It's horrible for the environment. It's
horrible for creativity.
It's fact because it's entirely trained off of every people's work without their consent and basically used to like recreate someone else's art piece without their permission.
So, very, very normal, good things to be happening in society.
It also just kind of looks like which doesn't help either.
That's kind of the thing with the Crazy Taxi reveal. Like, it was pretty much confirmed, I believe, that they used it for like the concept art basically, and they had the human developers actually create it. But yeah, if you look at like the game's assets, so, like billboards in the background and stuff, like it has the AI look to it. It looks like AI came up with it, or quote unquote came up with it. It can't actually come up with anything, but
I think what should really focus on is just like, is how much they're trying to like downplay it in this little AI generated disclosure too. They're like, oh, we didn't use AI that much. We just use AI to enable the creative members of our team to focus more on the game. It's like, what are you talking? Like, drawing concept art was taking up that much time in development. They had the AI generated. Like, you couldn't. What do you mean?
It's crazy.
It's so defensive. It's like, it makes no sense. And then later, on a couple days later, the director of the game, which I believe was the original Crazy Taxi director, I believe. Yeah, he explained it. He was like, oh yeah, I should explain how we use the Gen AI. So in the game, it takes place in different countries, and we sent people out to those locations to take reference photos. It's like, okay, that makes sense. And he says, and generally, AI is just one part of that. It's like, what? What do you mean?
Hang on. It's like, where did that sneak into the convo?
Now, my question is, right, if you're sending all these people out to take all these reference photos, like they did for like Adventure 2 and stuff like that, like if you're going to go through that much work and spend that much money, what do you need the AI for? Like what do you, like, you can have to say, hey artist, can you draw a city based on these images that you took? Like, I don't understand why that requires.
Well, see, Ninja, then you have to pay the artists, and we can't have that.
That's the part that I'm confused by. It's like, if by visiting the country and taking reference photos, do they mean we use Chat GPT? You know what I mean? Like, not literally, but like they use AI to generate photos of that country. Is that what that means? Like, I genuinely am trying to figure out what the hell that even means.
I think the thing that kind of blows my mind, like, whatever you think about AI, like, I know everyone has like a wide breadth of opinions, but like, we have to agree objectively that Sega fans, at least a lot of video game fans, objectively are turned off by the concept of it. Whatever anyone's opinions are, it's terrible PR to even consider doing it. Okay, you save a little bit of money in terms of like research and development, and then you lose out on like a few thousand sales, like per, PR story. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it?
Yeah, because it's like, they're saying that they only use the AI to like design background assets. It's like, how much money could you really save doing that? Like, you're telling me that like a concept artist didn't want to draw a city, maybe like, let's say like maximum like a couple thousand. In terms of like an entire game budget, that's not that much. Like, you're telling me it was worth using AI?
And it's not. I can guarantee you, the concept artists themselves, it's not like they don't want to do their job. Like, they're artists. Like, I'm sure they would love to actually make the concept art for the game, but they're just being denied the opportunity.
Yeah, like, and the part that's really funny is that they're like, rest assured, everything in the final project is the original. It isn't influenced by AI at all. It's like, I can tell it looks like AI because the fucking main character looks like a Fortnite character. Like, what do you mean? It's,
yeah.
Like, the game has the stink of AI all over it. Like, it's very
like the whole art direction is just very AI. I mean, humans may have developed it, but like, it's the AI's vision, which sucks.
There's no going back from it, like, too, because now everyone is going to be analyzing it, and there honestly might be pieces of art that aren't, that people are going to assume are, because it just looks, now you have that stink just surrounding the entire game.
There's a photo that they use as PR that shows like a fish restaurant or something. It literally looks like an AI generated image. Like, it just does. It's like, oh, so they generated it and they just traced over it. It's like, oh, that's the image. Great.
I think it's just like really disappointing because like I had to wait this long for a new Crazy Taxi game, and I really tried to like be reasonable. I'm like, man, I really hope that it's just like a vague disclaimer and that maybe other Sega studio. No, it's not that it's other Sega studios or something. They're so upfront about it. They're like, oh yeah, we used it to like design the game, we used it to come up with some of the assets, and it's like, oh my god, why? I don't understand. There's like so many different articles, so much documentation about Sega like positioning AI as being this essential tool to like create things and how it's like necessary to make things easier.
It's crazy because,
but we're still sitting here waiting years and years for any game to be developed, and they still come out like half baked, half finished, and they just like lay people off. I'm like, come on.
Is there other companies in gaming right now that are like this pro AI? Because I feel like most of them are either like anti AI or they're trying to like just downplay it as much as possible.
I think Square Enix is pretty bad because the new
Square Enix, yeah,
because the new Tomb Raider game confirmed used AI, so for sure.
And the Kingdom Hearts box art.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts box art debacle. It's like, great.
And the thing, gross.
And the thing about the Sega whole oh, we use it to free up space for the creatives. I'm like, did you? Is drawing concept art not like their fucking job?
I was about to say, isn't that all they're using all the space to do that? Like, what do you mean?
It's like, oh man, we all know the longest part of game development is drawing concept art. Man, you're really freed up so much time on that one. It's like, what do you mean? I mean, honestly, I kind of don't believe them. I think they use AI for way more and they're trying to downplay it. frankly. That's my opinion. Like, I find that.
And the problem is we're in this like era where all these Sega games are getting revivals, right? So like we're all waiting on like the Jet Set Radio. That, to be fair, that's the only one I care about. And now it's like, all right, are we gonna see that, you know, notification pop up on that Steam page? Probably.
Yeah, I'm convinced. It just raises doubt. It's like, is the next Sonic game gonna have AI? We don't know.
I was gonna say, like, there's that post. It's like, if the next Sonic game has AI, people are gonna start killing each other in the streets, and it's just like, yeah,
we can get to that in a little bit.
yeah.
Like, I know Sega set up an entire like AI like committee or something like that in their company to like decide like what's good AI use or whatever. It's like, okay.
There's no good AI use. That's not just my take.
It's like, in what ways can we use AI where people won't notice is the way that comes off to me.
And the problem really, again, is you're gonna turn off thousands of people. I don't know to the extent that there's gonna be protest sales. You know, we live in an era where like games are just gonna sell, you know. But to be fair, it's like when you have such a tight-knit sort of like, Sega fans are not a huge amount of people. I'm sorry, it's just not at this. A lot of Sega fans, in my opinion, probably heavily detest the idea of it, unless they're like children, which obviously they don't care because they don't even know.
Yeah, like there was that Sonic and McLaren collaboration from October, and that just had like an AI like upskilled Sonic in the background, and people flipped the fuck out because it looked like it was an AI generated image because it was AI upskilled. It looked like dog shit, in my opinion. Like if even something like that got them that angry, like
yeah, because like you can still like, we could upskill images before AI. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, but
it's so pointless.
if I remember correctly, there was an article I found. I can't find it right now, but they discussed the AI use as if it's like, okay, we gotta minimize the AI use. Like they still want to use it, but they don't want it to be like caught. You know, they don't want it to be like obvious.
Yeah, they want to have their cake and eat it too.
And then, to be fair, the Crazy Taxi Director did respond. I don't know if you guys read the response yet, which wasn't really that substantial. Did you guys read the response while I was...
I don't think I did.
All right. The response is, first, I think I can be a little bit more specific or clear on how we use the generative AI. So it's like one small part of the creative process. So to get a little bit more detailed about our design process, as mentioned earlier, it's world tour and we have 5 different countries. I can't say which countries there are today, but our artists, our designers, they actually went to the actual locations and they took references, and based on that, they came up with the designs. And generally, AI is just one part of that and is used as a hint or part of the ideation. I think the statement on the Steam page was quite vague, so to make things a bit more clear, and this is a sentiment that both me and the team of talented artists and designers back in Japan shared, is that we want to create our things ourselves and deliver that as a great experience for our customers. So rest assured, everything in the final project is going to be original. That is a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I was ranting about it earlier. I'm like, if you sent all these people out to take all these
what does that have to do with it?
Then why are you like, oh, AI was just part of our ideation? Did you like generate like pretty city and you saw an image and you're like, okay, take me there, Google Maps? Like, what do you mean?
Did they just like, did they search like ChatGPT? Okay, if you have to give me 5 countries to go to in 2026, where should I go?
Crazy Taxi.
We're making a new Crazy Taxi game. Tell us where to go. It's like, how about you just look at a map and just like
you could literally throw darts at a dartboard. You get better like country results probably in ChatGPT.
Do we even know what the countries are in the game?
No,
he's
even, like, keeping it secret. That's what he was implying. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, like I think it's funny. It's like, oh, the Steam page was quite vague, and you responds with something equally as vague, if not more vague.
That was like the least amount of like things ever said in the most amount of words. Like, I actually had to give him credit.
Because at least Sega's response had like an excuse. They're like, oh, we're trying to give developers more time to focus on like. He didn't even say that. He just said, we sent people to countries, and AI was it does help with that.
It's like, what?
It's like, what are you on? Like, what are you talking about?
You guys might have talked about this, but like, like Sonic Adventure 1, right? Like, didn't they go to like they went to a bunch of countries, right?
Yeah, they went to South America, I'm pretty sure.
And at one point, I remember I was doing like a lot of research for like a now canceled GTA San Andreas like retrospective sort of project. It was kind of like a walkthrough, but I was like doing a lot of research on like what the developers were doing. And one thing that really struck me is like they went to LA. They took they took so many photos of like so many different locations, some of which they just put in the actual game. And you feel it like when you play San Andreas, like it feels like you're in Los Angeles. And I love GTA 5 as well. And GTA 5 also feels like, as someone who, you know, grew up in California, it feels like, you know, Los Angeles. Like you have that sort of connection with those games.
Yeah, but why put in all that effort when you can just have AI generate the ideas for you instead of, you know, coming up with the art yourself?
as we all know, concept art is the least important stage of any project. So like, I could just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Literally, I think the thing that sucks about this to me is like, I guarantee you there's people that would have done it for free. Now, I'm not saying Sega should pay people. I'm not saying like, oh, just get someone to do it for free. But like, generally speaking, there's fans on, there's like fans on like Twitter who I'm sure would have just said like, okay, I'll do it. I'll pay me like $10. I'll do it. Like, you could get people to do it.
And it would be better than AI.
Yeah, look, there would be more interesting like locations. Dude, what the hell AI can come up with.
It's gonna be like, I don't even want to know what those like 5 countries are.
But it's okay, guys. They only used AI in Crazy Taxi, and they never used it in any other thing ever. So it's fine.
Cue
right?
the document.
So I decided to research every single time that Sega like confirmed used AI in the project, because there's been like little like bits of information lurking about that I kind of like half remembered.
Yeah, and like again, these things are all. We do want to be like a little careful. Like some things we may not know 100%, but if we don't, it might be 95%. We don't want to like have Sega like coming after us and like ooh.
But this year, I remember in May they announced that they were doing a collab with how do you pronounce that? Like, is it LLM Baby?
I think it's LLM Baby. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Which
is a company that like makes like fake like AI like genome for like characters and stuff, because they did it with I believe Resident Evil once or like some event. And we found out that in June it's like, yeah guys, this Sonic statue has Sonic's DNA in it. It's like, what are you like, what?
It's like, what does this mean? Yeah, we needed AI for that. What's even the point of it? Like, because it's not actually Sonic DNA. Like, he doesn't exist. So like, what do they even mean?
If I remember, it's like based on like Sonic's personality traits or something like that.
About to break open the Long Baby statue, drink the DNA, and turn into Sonic. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. But it's AI, so you won't be like a perfect Sonic. You're gonna have like an extra like arm or something.
Yeah, like... all 6 fingers on one hand.
Yeah.
People thought for a second the Sonic 3 like promotional art could have been like one of the images, at least. That wasn't confirmed, but looking at the table, it looks a little something looks a little off. But some of these things, the problem is if you do it once, the problem is you've kind of opened that door and it's not going to close again. Like, people are going to question everything from here on out.
Yeah, because that ruins brand trust.
It's hard to give them the benefit of doubt when like so many articles came out that's like, yeah, we love AI, we gotta use Chat GPT in our games. It's like, okay,
but why though?
It has to be partially because like, if let's tie this into the greater picture. Like, Sega is not doing well as a company. Like, maybe like in terms of like their pachinko business, they're fine, but like in terms of like the gaming industry part of it, things are not going well, and some things are definitely like investor bait, where it's like, oh, we're using AI, and like people like throw their money up in the air. And
we're making the Outrun movie directed by Michael Bay. It's like, that's coming up.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. Along with their dozen other movies.
Whatever happened to what's that one movie they were gonna do?
There's Eternal Champions, there's Space Channel 5, there's a Golden Axe show.
Like,
there's
there's no universe in which a Space Channel 5 movie comes out, let alone is successful.
There's a couple other ones I can't remember. They have like a million movies. Oh, Comic Zone's getting a movie too. I can't wait for that to come out. Never.
Why?
What do you mean? These are all coming out. They were all
Comic Zone, but like the problem is no one knows what that is.
That's the thing. Like, the Sonic movies are a success because Sonic has like a gigantic fucking fan base. It's like these other franchises. Like, yeah, Comic Zone has its fans. Space Channel 5 has its fans. I like Space Channel 5, but like it's not going to sell tickets at all.
You're not gonna watch the Cubivore movie?
No, I'm not.
It's like the same thing. It's like the same equivalent in terms of like, it's like they're all at this point in time, they're all like niche franchises. Like, they're not. No one knows what Comic Zone is unless you're a nerd. No offense.
None taken. I mean, you're right.
So I guess my point is by bringing that up is like Sega is in like a very desperate kind of position, I feel like, at this point, where like they kind of see that just things are not going well, and that it's going to lead to them doing things like this. Is like they feel like they kind of have to, which is sad, because, and like, again, most Sega fans I'd be willing to bet are against this kind of concept. Like, it's just, I'm sorry, statistically speaking, it's true.
Man, I hate when I have to generate an image of EiEi and then Photoshop the Quest logo in front of the EiEi's ear.
And it's like, you know what? At least, here's what makes me the most mad about it, right? Here's what makes me the most mad about that EiEi, or EiEi, as I like to call it. I already am mad about it, but like the thing is, if you're gonna do something like this, at least give the character the decency of just re-rolling it a few times until it looks not like a freaking monstrosity.
Yeah, they could have like photoshopped it to remove like the tumor on
Or
his arm.
guess what? You know what? You don't even need to use it. You could just go on Google Images, and I do this for videos. We all do this for our own videos. Go on Google Images, search EiEi render. You could use the dog, banana blitz render. You could use the dog like rumble render. Just copy and paste it. Like get the transparency background. And
That's
just,
what gets
you could
me,
just
dude.
put
Like
it into your freaking thing.
Like a 10-year-old could do that. You know what I mean?
I did it.
Like,
I did that basically at the age of 10. for
It's
my
more
own videos.
effort to go out of your way to like generate the image and be like, this one, and then you have to like Photoshop it out of whatever heck background it had. And it's like,
Yeah,
why?
you have to Photoshop like all of the errors out of it.
And AI generating an image is not like, it's not like a Google search. Like it takes like at least like 10 seconds usually. So it's like you wasted your own time actually doing that.
Man, I love poisoning the water supply just to get a new EiEi render.
You just literally could have gone. I don't even like the Rumble render. I don't even like the Banana Blitz render, but they're on the internet with transparency backgrounds. Just
you can,
use one of
and like
those.
that pose is like so common. Like you could so easily find an EiEi render where he's raising his fist like that. There's so many of them.
Yeah, they probably have like 8K renders of like Rumble EiEi. Like, you can find a better image of that. Like, come on.
I mean, it's just kind of weird to me because so many companies, like historically, they've always been so uptight about like that the branding of this character like matches their internal like rules and guidelines and everything, and then they just generate this crap.
But it costs money to draw new art.
Yeah, I guess it does.
So clearly it makes way more sense to make this terrible abomination.
So much money.
You own the art. Like you literally on Google Images, you own the art. Like if you want to use it, like Nintendo for Smash Ultimate when they needed like the spirits or whatever, they literally were caught like going to Google Images, I think.
Yeah, they stole fan art by accident.
That's crazy, actually.
Oh my god.
But like the thing is, like assuming that it's like the sprite is not a fan art, it is a Nintendo's. They have the right to use that. They could have just done the same thing for this. So I think the saddest thing is like, we could tie it back into Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball has not been doing well since Rumble came out. And this might be the last, I'm not saying it is. I'm sure at some point Monkey Ball will surface again, but this could be the last breath from Monkey Ball. Really,
yeah, the last new Monkey Ball news.
And if this
the last new render of EiEi we ever get,
it's gonna be EiEi.
It's funny because I did the videos like where I would always like make fun of like what are they gonna do next with EiEi, and it's like I came up with genuinely better ideas, better renders than this AI generated art. Ninja, put them on screen.
Game render?
Put the ones on screen from Shower, please. Thanks.
Okay, I'll forget.
Yeah,
what do you? I think it's even funnier that like it's in the Sega like creators Discord. Like this is like hidden from the public. They're like, oh, this is a secret EiEi render. Like, what do you mean?
It's like,
they're too ashamed
way to
do it in
make the
public,
creators
but
feel
they'll do it.
special. You get to join this secret club, and it's just like, here's how much effort we put into this.
Just the worst render I've ever seen.
It's like they didn't even
It's like
try.
leaked
They didn't even
render.
try.
It's like whistleblower from the Sega creator Discord. Yeah, it was pretty cool when Sega like put on that one creator that was like transphobic into the creators program, and they had to remove him within a day because they just didn't vet at all. That was pretty epic.
The fact that wasn't even the biggest controversy out of this says a lot.
and this is the thing. Like, Sega's getting desperate, right? Like and this is clear to me by the marketing brief where they were like, all right, we want influencers now. It's instead of traditional advertisements. Which honestly, that's not why Sega games aren't doing well. I'm just gonna be honest. Like,
I have kind of a conspiracy theory. This is entirely my opinion, but I'm convinced they did the Sega Creator Program because they knew that they were going to reveal all this AI stuff, and they want people to be on their payroll. Like, okay, now you have to defend the AI crazy taxi. Have fun anyway. But
Low key, yeah.
it was like 2 days before it got revealed. It cannot be a coincidence. And then like immediately after Crazy Taxi got revealed, the Crazy Taxi account was like, "Hey guys, you should join the Sega Creator Program. Please defend my AI game, please."
Please.
Like, oh.
That's a good point. Yeah, like they were trying to like kind of weed out the people who'd get mad about it before they like sent codes out. That's actually kind
it feels
of
like a tactic. It feels like that's their way of getting
Maybe.
through the AI era. Is just by getting influencers to like get out of.
And again, Sega is not. Here's the problem, right? And I'm sorry to say this to Ninja, but like whenever I watch your videos and you're always like, can this franchise be saved with like whatever? In my opinion, my head automatically goes to no most of the time. If it's like something like Alex Kidd, it's just not a franchise anyone cares about. I don't know
What's
what
wrong
you
with
can do
some
to bring it
Alex
back.
Kidd?
I don't think it's Alex Kidd. It's just
I'm
not
trying to play Alex Kidd.
Yeah. Why was Alex Kidd your example, huh? Why was Alex Kidd your go-to?
Because me and Ninja, like, we'll VC a lot while he's editing these videos, and he'll say, like, yeah, this is how they could save this franchise. This is how this franchise could be better. And I'm like, this already has a low amount of fans, in my opinion. So doing shit like this, you're just, like, it's such a bizarre marketing strategy because you're not going to bring anyone in. You're going to burn off, like, half of the remaining people who care.
Problem with always legacy franchises that they basically have to start from scratch, essentially.
Yeah, and then now you have, like, everyone's just going to associate, like, the Crazy Taxi brand with just Slop at this point. Because, you know, the last good Crazy Taxi was, like, came out when I was in, elementary school? Like...
Yeah, and the original Xbox.
Yeah, Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi free.
Yep, so it's just, like, that all that old goodwill is mostly gone to anyone under the age of, like, 30, so...
And the problem with Sega is that they always delete stuff like, oh, guys, here's a direct one-to-one remake of Alex Kidd from 1986, I think. It's just like...
Okay.
Listen, who in 2022, I believe, is going to be like, dude, some Alex Kidd? Like, no one...
and then a few months later, Sega goes, the recent release of Alex Kidd has actually underperformed what we expected. And it's like, no shit.
Auto pull like a Panzer Dragoon. It's like, there are games like Panzer Dragoon Orta or Saga that are like beloved. And they'll be like, yup, Panzer Dragoon 1, guys, let's go. It's like, no.
Yeah, but that ties into what we're saying is like they have such a small amount of fans at this point. You know, Monkey Ball has always been an interesting I'm just gonna go into Monkey Ball. You could just cut this if you want, but I'm just gonna say it.
Well, it's a Monkey Ball podcast. Don't cut it.
Okay, but
don't talk about Monkey Ball.
Okay.
No.
But I'm gonna go into the fan base for a second. So if you want to cut it. But like, the fan base is I hate to say this, but like a lot of the people speaking about it is a vocal minority in the sense that there's people who are very, very passionate about Monkey Ball and the current direction of it, and like they'll buy each new game. And we, to be fair to us, we were victim of that too. We kind of got on board with it during Banana Mania, despite that game having very glaring flaws. And I think a lot of us have regretted, you know, supporting that game kind of like too blindly. But the thing is, you compare it to the sales, Rumble didn't sell well enough where it didn't get a Switch 2 edition, which is very telling because they would have given it a Switch 2 edition if it
even
sold
Frontiers got one.
Oh yeah,
that just came out.
They never mentioned it in like an investor briefing ever.
They never said the sales. The sales didn't even leak because a lot of games had their sales numbers leak, and it wasn't even a part
the sales
of
that
like,
we got from it were like 1,000 copies sold in Japan.
We got the Japanese week 1 release, which was like unbelievably bad. But like, to be fair, you know, is Japan like the most accurate sample size for Monkey Ball sales? No, but the fact that it's that bad and that's the only number we have is not a good sign.
So if you log on to like Twitter or like whatever, Reddit or whatever everyone uses, Blue Sky, then you kind of get the impression that like Monkey Ball might have this like really active and passionate fan base, and they do in the sense that it's like, you know, a few hundred, 1,000 people, but the overall franchise is not doing well, clearly. And so when you do something like this with your games and like you start picking away at the people who do support you, I don't like, who's gonna be left at this point? Like, I don't know.
And on that note, one of the articles I found was Sega teaming up on a voxel generation tool with an AI company. And in that article from 2023, it says Sega's full implementation of the technology will likely be a ways off. But Satomi's comments indicate that AI has quietly been used by the company in some of its recent titles.
Uh-oh.
So... is that referring to specifically the voxel generation tool? I doubt it. That I don't know what that one means, but maybe I might cut that. I'll look more into it later.
That is interesting though, because that means they've been sneaking it into their games for some time now.
Yeah, it's like, is it the voxel tool? Because it could be. It's hard to say. I mean, no, because at the beginning of it, it says, like many high-level executives at every developers, Sega Sammy CEO believes the use of AI will free up developers' time and allow them to perform more crucial tasks, which, if you remember, sounds a bit familiar, right?
Very familiar. I think, yeah, somewhere.
AI freeing up developers' time? I wonder where that could have been said in 2026? This is 2023, and he's saying that. So, yeah.
The pieces are piecing.
It's interesting.
You know...
So, yeah, there we go. You're good.
No, you're good.
I made my point.
I was just gonna rant about the render again. Like I'm fixated on this render.
I mean, like, how can you not be? It's so like
it's hard. It's like a train wreck you can't look away from.
It is really gross. It makes me actually appreciate how like the disgusting renders and promo art and everything for Adventure.
That's what literally what I was about to say was like this actually makes me value the like shocked face like EiEi.
The air fryer EiEi is way better than that.
Oh, absolutely.
It always has character.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Well, like, yeah, I don't know. There's just a certain charm, or even if you like look back for like any game released in the 2000s, basically, you could search on it. You could find like you know, there's the classic like Luigi and like Mario renders from like the early 2000 like 10s. You know, there's charm. Even if it comes out bad, there's charm to it.
That's because they're human.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what makes them good. Because this is fucking slop garbage. There's no soul in this whatsoever. At least the Adventure EiEi was somebody had a vision. They said
It was
yes,
a bad
we're doing
vision.
DreamWorks based EiEi.
Yeah, I would
that's
take a
gonna be
bad
cover
vision
art.
over no vision like any day, you know?
But you know what? At least somebody had passion. Maybe, I don't know. You know.
And I know I'm focused on it too much, but it's just, to me, here's how I interpret this. I just view it as you could censor this. I just view it as a fuck you to the fans. I really do, because it feels like, to me, they're pissed off that the game sold badly, or like no one cares about Monkey Ball anymore. It's just, it almost feels like they flipped off every single Monkey Ball fan with that.
Welcome to the Sega Creator Program. Here's the abomination.
Even like the text. Okay, this is purely speculative, so whatever. Don't actually take this as me saying this is AI. But even the text, like, that is in that image, like, I've seen ChatGPT put like an emoji and then have like a question after that. Now, I'm not saying that person, you know, whoever made that did that. I'm just saying I've seen that happen before with ChatGPT. So it's like, are they AI generated? I'm sure if we had an insight into this channel,
Low key, I mean, I could see it.
yeah. And again, it's speculative, so I'm not accusing whatever. Because there's someone's like chin in the face. I don't want to accuse them.
You're telling me Sega wouldn't put red light and blue streaks in the
Yeah, why
background?
is it like an America thing? Like an America flag?
What do you mean?
Jeff using Alex Kidd as an example, like Alex Kidd didn't do anything wrong, and here we are, representatives of Alex Kidd. I don't understand. You want to explain yourself?
Yeah, Jeff, what do you got against our boy Alex?
I watched Ninja review one of the games and like play it, and it looked like trash.
Yeah, I know.
I said it. You had to do like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Look
with
like
you.
trash.
Well, okay, graphically it looked fine, but
In
like,
what way? Just kidding.
It's like mid the game.
because you would get to the end of the level and have to play rock, paper, scissors, and I think that's a stupid
That
idea.
still
for a
pisses me
game.
off. I fucking hate that.
I think it's a stupid idea.
God, Alex Kidd series review went.
Welcome to episode 23 of the Alex Kidd podcast.
Of the Alex
next
Kidd
video
cast.
I was actually talking about this with some like coworkers recently. Like, we were talking about like niche like what if there was like a Star Fox podcast?
There probably is. I mean,
I
we
think there
haven't-
is, but like I don't know how like
At this
frequent they
point,
are.
Star Fox might be less niche than Monkey Ball, like in this current day.
This is so disgusting.
No, I mean, some morons made a Monkey Ball podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
like the most niche like thing to do a podcast.
I wanted to look up the game, so I just typed in Alex Kidd into Google, and it says people also search for BD Joe, Ulala, EiEi, and Rio. Like, why?
That's real.
Why?
That's real.
Why this selection? Alex Kidd isn't even like Dreamcast era.
And you know, the thing is, like, we've all been, you know, to some degree, like, we helped with Sega, like with Banana Mania, like we got codes and stuff. And so there's a degree where I was like, I've reviewed a lot of Sega games. I reviewed like a few Sonic games, or reviewed Jet Set Radio, Monkey Ball, where I was like, oh, cool, they're doing a creator program. Like, maybe I'd be mildly curious into joining. And then I held off on it for like an hour, and then this came out. I was like, oh, okay.
That was all it took. Yeah, it was like the same day.
And I was like mildly curious about it, because it's like, I've reviewed multiple Sega games, and I would like to review the new Jet Set Radio when it comes out, but if it's, you know, in this state, I don't know.
I think you're all just complaining.
I am complaining. I'm pissed, actually.
Sounds
We're all
kind of
being too mean
unreasonable.
to multi-billion-dollar company Sega.
I already know what the answer is going to be, but what do you think the future of Sega and AI is going to be? If you're just going to keep going? If you're just going to keep rolling the train?
I don't know.
I think they're gonna keep going for a while until there's either like a change of leadership or like the
Or they tank their own company?
yeah, or like
Or
the
that.
I would say that, or like the entire tech industry like decides that AI was like a useless endeavor, or like they invested way too heavy into it because they don't even know how to make money on it.
My opinion on it is, I really think it depends how Crazy Taxi sells. I think if Crazy Taxi sells like good, I think Sega's gonna feel emboldened, and I think it's just gonna continue.
Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Sega. Apparently, every Sega game ever underperforms according to them. So you know, it's
Literally every game. It's okay, guys. At least Sonic would never use AI, right?
if that happens. Yeah, I think that will tank the company if the next 3D Sonic game is just like AI slop. Like it's over.
It's not like a couple days ago they announced that Chaos Emerald Hunt ARG that trains their user data for an AI model.
Oh, right. We forgot about that.
Oh my god.
But Sonic would never.
Yeah, Sonic would never. Nope.
No. Neither would Alex.
Just don't
Kidd.
pay attention to the fact that the AI is it Axel. Is he the one that got in Crossworlds?
He is in Crossworlds, yeah.
Yeah, his AI design is in Crossworlds. So
That's epic.
That's
I'm
epic.
glad AI influenced Sonic Crossroads.
The thing is with Sonic that scares me is I think there's going to be
Crossworlds,
enough
I mean.
of the fan base who like don't care. Like there's just enough diehards like ride or die Sonic fans. That's what
the
scares
Crazy
me with
Taxi
Sonic.
Reddit loves AI Crazy Taxis. I expect the Sonic Reddit to be very interesting if they announce that.
yeah.
Like the thing is for me, like I've talked about this in my own videos so much, where you guys are probably sick of hearing it, but I'm gonna say it again. Like I've always loved background details in games. I love like playing GTA and seeing like stupid like signs in the background for like fake companies. You know, it's always been like part of the things
but
I
Jeff,
love.
that takes work. That takes work and effort, and takes away from the creative people to be able to sit and code 24 hours a day. So they should go in AI generate.
But like seriously though, like think of how iconic like the Chow in space posters are in the Sonic Adventure games. You know what I mean? Like imagine if there's just like AI Slop in his place. Like you know, it's just sad. It's just sad.
So I guess it's kind of where we stand. I mean, like it's not like the most positive podcast, but like the series that our podcast is based around is kind of dead. So,
Yeah.
like,
There's a chance the next podcast is, guys, here's the brand new game, Super Monkey Ball Banana. I don't know, Banana Rama.
Just
the
Banana.
AI Monkey Ball game.
just banana.
That could happen.
Monkey
It's
Ball
not
Banana.
impossible.
I know.
The
Yeah.
next
it's-
game is called Banana Rama. I quit
Well,
the
no, here's the
podcast.
thing. I think it is impossible because I don't think I think Rumble sold so bad. They don't like I don't know. I don't know how much of a future there is like at this point. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not like a Sega insider, but
Super Monkey Ball Banana Royale. Just to make it even worse. Just
Oh,
make the names
God.
worse for every game.
No, actually, I quit the podcast right now.
Okay.
that's
Bye.
fair.
Okay, bye. See ya.
All right, no one send his portion of the paycheck to me, please. I don't know. Is there anything left to say on this topic? Like, it's just
I don't know. I think we covered some pretty good ground here today. I mean, yeah, AI bad. Can you believe it?
and this is probably not the last time with a franchise we're gonna like. This is probably gonna become like the new thing for every franchise in the next. I'm hoping Nintendo.
Yeah, dude. New Alex Kidd game.
I'm hoping Nintendo franchises hold out, like, because Nintendo seems like they have like some kind of fear.
I think they will for a while. I think if the AI bubble somehow doesn't burst, I do think it's probably only a matter of time. And at that point, I'm probably just done with games. But I think Nintendo will hold out for a while.
If you want to know more information, look up AI inflation.
Yes.
That'd be it.
Look up Sonic inflation.
Oh my god.
Sorry, we don't have a more positive, happy podcast for you guys today, but maybe let us know if you agree. And if you disagree, maybe explain why. We're probably going to disagree with you, but we'll at least read your comment
and laugh at
and
it.
laugh at it.
Yeah.
That's
Jinx.
crazy. That's crazy.
It's gonna be like-